New border arrangements for trade between Great Britain and Northern Ireland will come into force on New Year's Day. But Northern Ireland trade bodies have warned that businesses don't have enough time to prepare for the change. I'm joined now from Belfast by Aidan Connolly, Director of the Northern Ireland Retail Consortium. Thank you very much. Could you just lay out your concerns for us? What are your concerns, Aidan?
Well, we have very little time to get a lot done. Quite simply, we don't have that technical information that we need to prepare. There's also three major IT infrastructure projects that need to go live. We have not seen those yet. We have not been able to use those yet. The last one comes online on the 21st of December. There are a lot of new rules that come into place, which still we don't have the detail. Things such as labelling, what customs checks there are going to be. We don't know whether or not there's going to be a free trade agreement. And on top of that, if there are customs and tariffs, how do we reclaim those tariffs for the goods that aren't at risk? Because we haven't had any decisions from that joint committee yet. So quite frankly, we have none of the information that we need to be able to trade on the 1st of January.
So what kind of solution are you after? What are you asking for?
Well, there's a few things that we need to happen. The first thing is that we get that free trade agreement, because that's the difference between a paper customs wall down the Irish Sea and a brick customs wall down the Irish Sea. And you have to remember, with all these things, friction means cost, and neither the business community in Northern Ireland or the households in Northern Ireland with half of the discretionary income can afford any of these cost rises. The other thing is that we need those decisions, those from the joint committee. We need common sense decisions that are long lasting and that are long term and that actually do remove more frictions and make it easier to trade. And lastly, we need a period of time to adjust to the changes, which will enable us to implement what's fully required. Quite simply, there is not the time now to do it. The UK has not given us the technical detail. They don't have their infrastructure in place. The EU has put some big asks on Northern Ireland business through the protocol, and we need both of them to be flexible and give us that adjustment period.
Some of this protocol was contained in the UK's withdrawal agreement from the EU last October. Why isn't there enough time now? Was that insufficient?
Well, you got to remember that it was signed last October. It was passed in the House of Commons in Parliament in January. The UK did not produce that command paper on the Northern Ireland Protocol until late April, and that was the first sort of idea we had of what they were going to try to do. However, there are still lots of things that have not been made clear. In May, when they brought out that paper, we published a response that had 67 questions. We're sitting at the moment with over 85 questions that still need answered. We're still talking about things like a retail movement system that would remove the need for those very expensive export health certificates for products of animal origin, but none of it has been decided. We don't have that technical detail, and quite simply, we haven't known what to finally prepare for.
Thank you very much for speaking to us, Aidan Connolly, Director of the Northern Ireland Retail Consortium, speaking to us there in Belfast.